Hello Internet, and welcome to my live reaction for Boruto, Naruto Next Generations, Chapter 41. When we last left our heroes, Boruto, Sarada, Mitsuki, and Kawaki went to the other dimension where Naruto and Sasuke fought Jigen, and they encountered the Tea Kettle and Boro, another member of Kara. They started to fight, but they couldn't quite do any real damage because he had this weird black mist thing that Boruto and Kawaki could not absorb with their karmas, and was just, I think, like, damaging them, like poison damage kind of deal. So the team retreated and is regrouping and is preparing their counterattack to try to take down Boro. And that's where we leave off into Chapter 41, The New Team 7. Our cover here is a color picture of Boro, and I'm guessing this is the dark mist around him, making a helpful skull face. Alright. Anyway, we open on an image of Boro. That dark mist of his. If it touches you, you'll slowly lose the ability to move. We can't get near him unless we do something about it first. Plus, even at a distance, we're still feeling the mist's effect. In fact, it's getting worse and worse. So we open where we left off last month, with the group regrouping and trying to find a way around around the mist. I saw him leaving signs, so it's got to be some sort of ninjutsu, but Boruto responds, but karma couldn't absorb that mist, even though the acid from his earlier lava jutsu was no problem. That's because karma can only absorb energy matter, like chakra. It can't absorb physical matter. Huh? I don't know if his attacks are jutsu or not, but that dark mist is physical matter. I could tell by touching it with karma. There's no mistake. And Boruto, this is Kawaki who's explaining all this, of course. And Boruto looks confused. I still don't get it. No? Okay, for example, karma can absorb a water jutsu that is created by chakra, but not a jutsu that uses physical water that already exists in rivers and seas. That's how it works. For real? I thought it could absorb any kind of jutsu. Energy can be absorbed, but not physical matter. Sarada kind of like takes this all in. That's karma's limitation, huh? Yeah, you can't use karma to deal with the mist because it's physical matter. We have to find another way. And Mitsuki asks Sarada, just in case, I trapped some of that dark mist inside my snake's body. It's only a little bit, though. What? Are you serious? I want you to reveal its true nature. You should be able to. Concentrate all your focus until your eyes act like a microscope. Your Sharingan can do it. And Sarada understands what he's getting at. I see. Boruto kind of cuts in. I only have a little of the mist. It'll probably disperse into the air as soon as I release it. We'll only have one go at this. Are you ready? That's a lot of pressure, but okay, let's do this. Mitsuki grins. You're the only one who hasn't been in contact with it. Be careful not to inhale it or let it touch you. And the snake opens its mouth, and the mist kind of wafts out. Sharingan! And she looks at it. Those are... and Kawaki looks at her. Well, Sarada, did you find anything out? Yeah, I saw it clearly. Its identity. They're viruses. Okay. That's interesting. Viruses? Yup. You were exposed and infected, so you're sick with an illness. An illness? Viruses, huh? Damn it. No wonder karma couldn't absorb the mist. The snake kind of like slithers back into Mitsuki. Figures. I thought it might be something like that. Huh? I suspected as much from the symptoms. I wasn't absolutely sure before, but now we know. Transforming one's chakra is one thing, but I can't think of any ninjutsu that can produce real viruses. Therefore, he's got to be using... right. Scientific ninja tools. Oh, of course, the new kind of ninja tool. Yeesh, not again. Their favorite toys. Boruto has had enough. Boruto is just so fucking tired of all the fucking ninja tools. And Kawaki asks, what now? So the mist contains viruses created by scientific ninja tools. It doesn't change the fact that we still can't get anywhere near him. No worries. I've got an idea now that we know our enemy is using viruses. What? But before that, our new Team 7. We need a commander who can keep us unified as a squad. Don't you agree? Oh, okay. So Mitsuki is like, all right, we need a structure here. Which makes sense, you know, especially because Boruto and Kawaki are both kind of hotheads. Without someone who is like set to be in charge, they probably would just rush into a problem, even if the rest of the team is telling them to back off. But Boruto looks at him, Commander? In fact, if Sarada hadn't made the call to retreat, we would have been wiped out. And who knows what'll happen next. We all need to obey the decisions of the commander in a pinch, without arguing. The decisions of Captain Sarada. Good for her! I'm still a little bitter she was passed up for the tuning promotion in the anime, so this kind of makes up for it. And Sarada looks like shocked by that and kind of points to herself. Me? Why does Sarada get to be the commander? And Kawaki turns to him. Well, you sure aren't suitable. You sure aren't suitable to be at Boruto, at the very least. And Boruto looks at him and kind of like, grrrs. I'm in favor, especially if it ups our chances of winning. And Boruto pauses for a second. Gah, fine. We don't have time to debate it anyway. I'll go along with it. Then it's decided. We're in your hands, Captain Sarada. And Sarada looks at him. It does have a nice ring to it, though not quite as nice as Lord Hokage. My girl only has her sights on the highest prize. What a queen. What a queen. I appreciate you making me captain, but like, the only title for me is Hokage. What an icon. And then we cut back to Boro, who is just kind of standing there with the tea kettle. And Sarada, still in her fucking ninja heels. At a certain point, why is she wearing the ninja heels? Or, like, as much as I love Sarada, as we could see by these last 2 pages, get out of the fucking ninja heels. First of all, they're basically there to sexualize a 13-year-old, which is creepy as fuck. Also, they're not practical to ninja missions. Ninjas are about stealth. And high heels are known for the noise they make when you walk with them. But I mean, like, props to Sarada for not being noticed until she's literally at the cliff's edge. Or maybe Kodachi and Ikemoto have never actually seen someone in heels before. That's perfectly possible. Anyway, enough about the ninja heels rant. Boro turns back to her. Uchiha Sarada, you're facing me alone? Heh. Where are the rest? Has the mist spread through their bodies and rendered them paralyzed? A scientific ninja tool that disperses viruses, right? We figured out your tricks. Oh, I'm very impressed. But so what? What are you going to do about it? We'll see. What do you think we should do? And he kind of smirks. Want me to give you the answer? A jutsu you can use against it? And he jumps at her. Doesn't exist! And Sarada jumps away. Lava style. Planet branding blast! He uses his lava style on Sarada. And Sarada counters with a fire style. Fireball! And the 2 jutsu kind of collide and explode. They both land, Sarada lands on her feet. Boro is still kind of like lunging at her. But she gets away as Boro lands. Keeping your distance to avoid the viruses. Sorry, but... and Sarada looks at him. Good. Just as I thought. He might be powerful, but he's not that fast. Fire style. Holy Phoenix Flower! And she does another jutsu at him. And Boro counters with water style. Wall of water. The Phoenix Flowers kind of like dissipate on the water. And she kind of like glares at him as she continues to run. And he's disappeared. I've lost him. Damn it! And she hears a sound behind her, but she turns around and he's gone. She hears another like tack behind her again. She turns back. He's circling around me? And now she's starting to notice that as Boro is running around, the mist is starting to accumulate. And she is now surrounded by the virus mist. Damn it. That's what he was doing. And if you look at those first 2 times when she like looks for him and misses, you can see the particles there already. Which is a nice touch. Anyway, damn it. That's what he was doing. And Boro appears at like the top of a cliff. You are completely surrounded by the virus. Where will you run now? And the virus approaches her, but she like jumps up to dodge it. That's right. Your only option is up. And Boro like jumps to meet her and then smacks her back back down. She hits the ground. Now the virus is all around her. Like, she has made contact with the virus. And Boro drops down in front of her. She starts to quiver as the virus takes effect. You're starting to lose control over your body, right? The virus acts super quick. It's too late for you. And he walks up to her and grabs her by the collar and holds her up. Gah. Ugh. And she starts to weave a sign. It's useless. Weaving signs is beyond you already. Soon you'll be so stiff you can't even move a finger. Just like how your 3 friends are feeling now. And so Sarada kind of still glares at him, and then she smirks. I can't miss. Not from this distance. That gets Boro's attention, and she finishes the sign and hits him with a fire-style fireball right to the face. And he's kind of burning up. What the? How is she able to move? Take that! And she hits him right in his fireball face, and he falls away. Now, boys! And Boruto and Kawaki jump up behind her. It's your turn! Them too? No way. They can't be mobile. He readies a sign of his own, and Sarada notices that. Let's do it, Kawaki! Yup, you bastard! And they both go into resonance. They both get their karma started. I don't think there's resonance quite yet. And Boruto gets his Rasengan, and he hits him with the Rasengan. And then Kawaki puts his hand on Boruto's back, and then they enter resonance. Rasengan Unison! And it hits Boro. Is his face gone? Did Boro just die? I can't quite tell. We see the big explosion of the... So it looks like... Actually, I'm kind of confused here, because on page 30, it looks like the Rasengan is gone, along with Boro's head. But on 31, we see this big kind of energy ball. It looks like it's an explosion of some kind. I'm not sure how exactly. But anyway, it kicks up this big dust cloud that kind of blows Sarada back. But she looks up, and she sees, half of Boro's body is gone. And Kawaki and Boruto land, and he looks at the body as it slumps over. There's no way Boro's down, I think. But Boruto kind of cheers. Yes! Phew! Then Mitsuki lands. Looks like it went well. Yep, they worked perfectly. These antibodies. I'm not sure how... Oh, we see the kind of fang marks in Boruto's arm. So I'm guessing one of Mitsuki's snakes did something. But we see a twitch in Boro's body. Kawaki notices it too. And Boro's body starts to regenerate. Yeah, he's not done. It did feel like his body was torn up way too easily for him not to regenerate. And Boruto notices it now. Huh? And Kawaki just kind of glares. And the body continues to reform, and he's now back to normal. His clothes are still torn, though. And Sarada looks at him. You're kidding, right? And we see... So, along with his body reforming, he's got this black mark, the 3 black lines down his face that I think might have been there earlier. Let me take a look-see real fast. Yeah, the 3 black lines on his face were there already. But we also see he's got black marks all down his neck, into his chest, and then kind of squares off around his abs. Is what it looks like to me, at least. Gah, you monster. I forgot about your regenerative abilities, and they're greater than I thought. Wait, so Kawaki just kind of forgot? Alright. So we get into Boro's head now. The antibodies worked. I swear I just heard Boruto say that. But that's impossible. The antibodies that neutralize this virus exist only in my bloodstream. So how did they get a hold of them? And then he turns to Mitsuki, of course, like I said, with the snake bites. So it was Mitsuki. He didn't just inject venom into me. He took some of my blood as well. And Mitsuki realizes that that Boro is caught on. Looks like you've noticed. That's right. I harvested the antibodies from your blood, cultured them, and shared them with my teammates. Maybe it's my parents' influence. I have a habit of collecting everything around me. Now, aren't you well prepared? So you knew my attack was composed of viruses? No, not at first. But if it happened to be a real virus as opposed to a jutsu, I realized that there was no way you, the caster, wouldn't have antibodies against it. So good on Mitsuki for planning ahead. In any case, it means your cowardly virus attack won't work anymore, old man. Prepare to go down. I hear you, brats. And we see, Sarada's really cautious right now. Boruto, don't let your guard down, and let's stick to the plan. And Boruto starts running, I know, as do, Kawaki and Mitsuki. And they've all kind of formed around Boro in this kind of semicircle thing. A pincer attack. Trying to put together some on-the-fly teamwork. And Kawaki sneaks a glance over at the tea kettle. Hang in there, Lord Seventh. I swear to rescue you, no matter what it takes. And Boro, like, sneers at him, and then starts to run away. Oh no, he runs for the tea kettle. Okay. He's going after Dad! I didn't expect my viruses to be neutralized, but you're still naive brats. I can think of tons of ways to break up your teamwork, as he, like, lunges for the tea kettle. Bastard! And Kawaki lunges after him, and Sarada freaks out. Kawaki! Next chapter hits January 20th. Alright. So this was a lot of fun. It's not my favorite of Boruto's fights, so that's hardly damning criticism, because the series fights are so incredible. Though we'll see how the rest of the fight, if the rest of the fight leads it up to that kind of, you know, Delta fight, or Owl fight, or even Shoujoji fight levels. Speaking of Shoujoji, the Mujina Bandits arc is getting animated next month. Fuck yes. Anyway, that's my meds wore off 6 hours ago, and I'm still talking. A little bit of the video. Anyway, we get a lot of strategy, which is kind of what Boruto has always done, whereas the parent series, oftentimes, by the end of the series, was a lot of just, like, big fire attack versus big fire attack. Boruto has really captured that early Naruto energy of, like, really strategizing your battles out. Even more so than a lot of early Naruto did. Every single battle is really strategic. We see, you know, Team 7 plot their next move for, like, the first quarter of the chapter. Like, 10 pages just to, like, theorizing how Boro's jutsu works and working it out. Then we see their strategy in action. We're a little bit confused how the virus doesn't work, but then we find out the strategy there. There's just so much strategy in any given Boruto chapter, and that's really kind of what makes it work so well, in my opinion. Also, it's so great seeing Sarada finally get to be a captain. As I said earlier, the fact that Sasuke kind of, like, shows up during the tuning selection and is like, yeah, let's not do Sarada, for reasons I don't remember why at all. That really irked me. And so it's nice to see her being recognized as the captain that she should be. But I'm guessing this also means that she is definitively not a Chunin by this point. Even when the anime gets here. Which is a bit of a shame, I must admit. But you know what? It's still all good. It's still all good. So yeah, that's kind of, the first 10 pages are great, seeing them work out that it's a virus, watching Sarada's, leadership abilities be recognized by her friends is all well and good, and then the fight kicks in, and like all Boruto fights, it is both well thought out strategically and incredibly kinetic. These fights in Fire Forces fights always have this real great sense of, like, every hit counts. This real, like, well-choreographed fight scenes. Which is really fun to read. Which then kind of leads us to the moment of, Boro's regeneration, which I kind of expected when he went down so easily. I feel like there's also something to be said for how little Boruto reacts to the fact that he thinks he's just murdered a person. Which, to be fair, he's murdered a fair number of, like, alien beings at this point. But Boro is a person, whereas the Otsutskis are, like, weird alien things. Though we also don't know how much the Inners are related to the Otsutskis. But either way, it's kind of weird how, like, glib he takes, you know, ripping a man in two, or like just deleting half of his body. But yeah, anyway, now Boro's back. He is gunning for Naruto as an attempt to break up their teamwork, and we'll have to find out how that works next month. So I'm going to leave this video off here. Hope you all enjoyed the chapter and the video itself. If you did, feel free to drop me a like or subscribe or, you know, do whatever makes you happy, you know? And remember, your life is your own, okay? Bye!